Yeah, man, you've been here since early January, right?
Early
I mean,
January.
You got here. It was a quick process for you.
Yes, it was.
So, like, kind of looking back on that time period, I know you were making the decision maybe to go on the portal. Obviously, Herb Hand reached out. UCF needed center. So, what was that thought process like? Why did you choose UCF?
When I first got in contact with Coach Hand, man, it blew me away.
Yeah.
Because out of all places, I didn't expect UCF to, actually like get in contact with me. But it was good overall. The recruiting process was great. Getting to know Coach Hand, looking at his resume, man, he's a real deal.
Yeah.
And I give all my respect to him. I feel like, without him, I wouldn't have known the things I've known now. So yeah, it was real good.
So was it beneficial for you to get in a little early? Obviously, it's a big year. Obviously,
for sure.
Everyone wants to earn that job. So being able to be here in the spring and kind of get acclimated, what was that process like?
When I first came here, it was very hot. It was my first time in Florida.
That's right.
But I'm really glad I made that decision to come in the spring because it gave me more time to get used to things. So by the time fall camp come around, like now,
Yeah.
everything is more easier and I can process things a lot more easier in my head.
Have you gotten used to the heat? I mean, you're talking about it was hot in the spring. I mean, it's been hot last week.
No, for sure.
Have you gotten used to it, or do you never get used to it?
I've been telling everybody in the locker room, like, how do you guys get used to this heat? This doesn't make no sense. It's 6 in the morning, and why is it 82 degrees? No, but I'm slowly starting to get used to it, but it's been great. It's been great.
So I've been in camp. Another 3 guys have been telling us, obviously Drake and Caden, all you guys are kind of rotating.
For sure.
What's that competition been like?
Man, it's been very good for me personally because it's my first time being around. I want to say an NFL type vibe, and it brings the best out of all of us. We know that that we're coming for each other's spot, but at the end of the day, it's just football. At the end of the day, but I'm glad to go out there and compete with those guys every day.
How are you? What are you kind of known for as an offensive line? We talked to Coach Hand and some other guys. They say you kind of got a mean streak. You kind of got a nastiness to you. I mean, I'm sure you've heard that. I mean, how would you describe? How do you think other people would describe you as an offensive lineman?
For me personally, I'll get to the other people, but for me personally, it's just playing football.
Yeah.
I think I play football the way it's supposed to be played, and that's physical and violent.
Yeah.
And that's how I like to play. But other people be surprised about the things I do, and I just look at them like I do that on a regular. You know what I mean? Yeah. And playing in the offensive line, that's a big thing. And that's
Coach Hand has talked about that O-line. He said it's he's coached a lot of places, Auburn, Texas. He says this might be the deepest offensive line he's had in any place he's ever been.
For sure.
He feels like first 5 seconds, whatever he could, he doesn't feel like there's a drop off. What do you see when you see the overall competition at all those spots? I mean, you guys, I guess you agree with that. I mean,
I agree with that for sure because anybody can go out there and play, and it's a competition with the other guys, not with the centers, but like tackles, guards. Everybody can play with anything, and regardless of who goes out there, I can trust those guys because we all put in the work in over the summer.
Yeah, I know everyone always got red shirts, extra years because of COVID. Is this your last year, or do you have another year beyond this?
I technically have another year.
Okay.
But I plan on making this, the last.
You're treating it maybe like.
Yes, I'm treating it that way.
Right.
For sure.
I mean, never say never, but you're treating it like it's your last year.
For sure.
So, I mean, how important is this season for you? Obviously, you want to get there in earnest starting. Like, what do you want to accomplish this year? Up to you.
This is very important to me because if there's one thing that people ask me why I came to UCF overall, it's because I'm undersized. Yeah. I'm not the biggest center in the world. I'm not the strongest center in the world. So the reason why I came here is to show NFL coaches that I could play against NFL talent. And every day we go against in my opinion, the 2 best D tackles in this conference. And I feel like if I could, go up against them every day, it gives me confidence that I can do it on the field when it comes game time.
So what's kind of your why for playing football? Like, is this a sport you've been playing your whole life? When did you kind of get serious about the game? Was it when you got to high school? Was it before that? Like, what's your background with the sport?
Number one, my father.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to my father.
I've seen a little bit. I think it's on video or on YouTube. You committed and this news story from that Fresno area. So,
yes, sir.
Like, how important is it to you to play for him?
It's very important. It's because growing up, I've seen him try to do what he did to me, to my 2 older brothers.
Yeah.
And you know, one of them was fortunate to go to college, and the other didn't go to college. And as for me, as being the 3rd boy in the family, you know, it showed me what you can get out of life with if you go down this path or that path. So I owe everything for him.
Yeah.
I do everything for him. And now that I have a child of mine, I try to be the best father that I could to my daughter, and try and match all the morals and the things that he instilled in me, to pass it down information. You know what I mean? So everything's for him.
Is your family back home?
Yes.
So that's tough. I mean, that's gotta be tough. Are you
tough.
trying to FaceTime as much as you can, or is that kind of what you got to do?
Every night I FaceTime to check in with my daughter, and she's getting bigger every day. Time flies when you're out here having fun and doing what you love. And with that comes with sacrifice. And I feel like I came to a realization that this is the sacrifice that I chose for my life, to give her the best life that I could possibly give her.
So you got 2 weeks from now, you guys are going to be on that field getting ready to play. I mean, it's almost here. I know it's hot. You're going through camp and stuff, but how excited are you? Like, what are you most looking forward to when the season gets here?
Words can't even explain how excited I am first. But the most thing the best thing I'm looking forward to is going to that championship.
Yeah.
You know, coming from Fresno State, you know, we have accomplished that in that conference, but I want to bring that mentality and grit and will to over here, and, you know, show people that it's possible. No matter where you're from, you could be from other side of the world. You know what I mean? So I want to make that possible, and I want to make that dream not only come true for me, but for the whole team. You know, we don't put in a lot of work since the spring, or since I've been here. It's been grinding. So that's the most thing I'm looking forward to.
Great stuff, man. I appreciate it, Bula.
I appreciate you.
Conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you.